Through production, we used a DSLR camera. The reason we did this was because it records in high definition. This means that we got the best definition that we could get from most of our shots, making sure that they were mostly in focus. Whilst we were using a tripod, we found it difficult to record in some locations. For example, when we went up to London, we had to get searched to make sure we wasn't carrying anything, since there was a lot going on at the time. This was the same as the Fig Rig, but the Fig Rig allowed us to move around easier, move around our artist easier, making sure that there wasn't too many unsteady shots. We also used a green screen. This allowed us to put anything behind our artist, but we decided that we put a purple background since it relates back to our advertisement and album cover.
For the green screen backgrounds, the digipack and the advert, we used the program Photoshop, which allowed us to easily manipulate and kind of create our visions. The program allows us to easily kind of control where and how, and kind of like a variety of effects and different kind of techniques we can easily make. And without Photoshop, we wouldn't have been able to do that intricate kind of shard work, kind of
as you can see here,
where we kind of broke up the face. Without Photoshop, that wouldn't have been possible.
For our project, we use certain programs to enable us to make a better ease to make our music video. For example, we use Premiere Pro, which allowed us to edit, reverse time, and also create slow motion effects within our music video. So motion effects had been done through Premiere Pro and we would not have been able to do it before due to circumstances. But now with Premiere Pro, we were able to take certain shots and edit them in slow motion. We also reversed time for the flashback scene. This was very easy, and it was only easy through the ease of Premiere Pro. We also used After Effects. After Effects was a major help in the effects department. For one of the shots, Nathaniel is looking at himself on the bridge in London. And for this, I had to go into After Effects and been able to clone Nathaniel. I did this by inserting two shots over each other. At one point in the music video, I created an overlay shot which would deem Nathaniel staring at Nathaniel. I created this to create an effect where Nathaniel almost regrets his decisions in the past and wishes to be back with Tanika as he reminisces to be back with her. And this shot is shown by cloning Nathaniel and put him into one shot where he's looking at himself in the past with Tanika. I felt this was very powerful and very moving, and that it could relate to an audience, and that the effect itself is powerful as it shows that he's very sensitive and that he wants to remember his past. Also, for the final reverse flashback at the end, this was done so Nathaniel, our performer, aka, he almost just wants to look back and just remember of what he once was and who he wants to be, and that it's always constantly going over in his head, that this flashback is ongoing and that he can never get out of his head, and that he's just remembering, and it leads to the final shot of him looking at a picture of him and the girl he used to be with. This was very useful and it proved to be very effective in our music video. This was helpful, and both Premiere Pro and After Effects enabled us to use new media technologies to construct our music video. And as well as that, we also, for the album advertisement and the digipack, Photoshop allowed us to better ease of it. So all these programs helped us in the post-production process, as we were not able to use these post-production softwares beforehand. It would have been a lot harder to get certain shots, e.g. trying to reverse time. We would have had to do practical effects and ask people to just reverse their actions, or maybe walk in a slower motion if you want to achieve a slow motion effect. So that is how we use new media technologies such as Premiere Pro and After Effects to sort of create these effects and evoke these sort of feelings, like with adding certain green screen effects and also adding a purple color scheme.
Music video, we decided to use LED lights. We use this in many of the locations which we planned to, which we wanted to create a certain atmosphere. We also wanted to show, with the lights that we will be able to create like a certain image for the artist. And with this, we also used the blue acrylics, which we used during the South Bank shots in London, and this helped us to carry on continuity with the correlation between the music video and the digipacks, relating with the colour purple, dark blue. So we wanted to create some continuity there. As well as this, we thought that by using the LED lights, it would save us time via post-production, and we wouldn't have to add anything during post-production, so it would save us numerous amount of times by using the LED light during a green screen and the other shots in the music video. So for the shard effect on the album cover and the other parts of the digipack, we chose this effect particularly just because it relates, to the album name itself, Broken Memories, and we also chose it especially with the close-up just to portray the artist's emotion and his reflectiveness back into himself, which you can see in the music video. So yeah, we just wanted to portray the emotion of the artist in the album cover. So by using a close-up of him, we are able to see his emotion on his face, and just to make it look to the target audience as just to make it seem to the target audience that he's a self-reflective individual who reflects on the past, which is why we chose the shattered effect, especially linking to the memories which he had during the music video. So that's why we chose the effect. For the blue acrylic lights which we use in various parts of our music video, we chose this colour in particular just because purple is quite a modern colour, and it's quite authentic. And especially with it being purple, it can be interpreted of being either love or hate, and which we wanted to show in the music video itself. And although it's seen as quite a positive colour, some aspects can be seen as quite negative as well, which is basically the basis of kind of our music video and the narrative itself. With him reflecting on the parts as well as performing, seeming quite cheerful. It's a bit of a position there. So that's why we chose the colour blue purple in our music video, apart from the use of synergy between our different ancillary products, just because purple it's more eccentric colour which is used in modern society, so that's why we chose it. So for the research and planning part of the ideas and creation of our music video, the internet was it's a very useful tool, just because we were able to research and find different examples of different digipacks and different album covers by different artists during the time. We were able to look past students' coursework as well, which kind of gave us an understanding of what we needed to achieve and how we would be able to achieve it by using different technologies. Using blogs itself, it also was a great way to organise our research and planning by having different presentations about certain different things. So like a presentation on the star image of our artists, as well as the locations planning, which helped helped us to organise the ways and how we wanted to create the music video in the first place. Also by looking at different music videos styles of the same genre as ours on like YouTube and stuff, it also helped us to gain an understanding in what ways like all these music videos have in common and how they're different as well, which also was a great tool for us as we were able to understand different conventions and different ways genre of music it portrays the artist and the star image, as well as that sort of stuff. Very helpful tool to us. It also gave us tutorials, especially on YouTube, tutorials on how to insert certain different effects on Premiere Pro and Photoshop, and how we will be able to create these effects for our ancillary products as well as our music video. example of this is probably, you know, the overlay shot, which was used during our music video just to, you know, create more emphasis on the atmosphere and the emotion of the music video itself. As well as that, probably the shattered glass effect. There was a tutorial on how to, you know, create that effect, which we wanted to implement in our ancillary product, you know, which was a really big tool for us, as you know. Made it easier for us to, you know, create these effects, and saved us a lot of time rather than, you know, being practical and like kind of, you know, learning how to use it. The tutorials was a really helpful tool in our ancillary products and our music video, which helped us to, you know, create these certain effects and stuff. So yeah. However, there was some frustrations during, you know, the process of editing our music video, especially, you know, during Premiere Pro. We encountered various tasks which we had to overcome. You know, an example of this was when our footage wasn't actually linked with our project wasn't actually linked with the footage that we had recorded. So, you know, all the shots that we did prior to that, they were kind of lost, and so that meant we had to kind of re-edit them. As well as this, you know, the encounters with the scratch discs issues was kind of a annoying thing, which became a bit of a nuisance, especially during the editing part, as you know. It kind of became more difficult for us to, you know, edit due to the fact that scratch discs meant that the footage wasn't able to be saved on our folders, but instead we had to, you know, re-edit them, which while we were editing, and especially different stages of the music video, we kind of lost the ideas of what we had whilst we encountered these problems. So another frustration that we had during the process of editing our music video was probably the initial idea that we had was to use silhouettes in the music video. However, when we tried to, you know, apply the silhouette effects during After Effects and tried to, you know, render it and export it, it took a very long time, and it was very laggy, and so that meant we had to change it as well. So instead of using the silhouettes, we kind of just kept the green screen stuff as it is, as well as, you know, using the exponential fades on the Premiere Pro project. So yeah. That was another problem that we encountered during the music video.